Hey guys, it's Alex from 7th Hour Films, back again with Doctor Who. Last time on Doctor Who, we had The Snowmen, our mid-season Christmas special. Continuing on from losing Amy and Rory, the Doctor has cordoned himself off into isolation. And in his isolation, though, he cannot escape his adventures as he meets a young girl named Clara, or Clara if you want to pronounce it the British way. I won't, but whatever. And a lot of stuff happened, a lot of snowmen antics, and then eventually Clara died. But we did realize that she is, her full name was Clara Oswin Oswald. And so there's something going on with this girl. She kind of keeps appearing throughout time. So we gotta go find her again. And that is what I assume we're doing in this episode. So yeah. Real quick before we get started on the episode proper, we do have a prequel. A prequel to this episode, which is really interesting, actually. And, yeah, the last time we had a prequel episode, I think it was just in front of Let's Kill Hitler. So that was just a short little, 1 minute video. And it was good. It was actually really interesting, but I didn't include a lot of it in the reaction, so I don't think I'm going to include a ton of this in the reaction. I mean, maybe no more than just one simple reaction. But who knows? I actually have no idea because I don't know how long this is. But basically I'm going to watch the prequel, and then we're going to just hop straight into the episode proper. And this is all just going to be in one video. I don't think we need to split this up, so yeah. Which you already know because you're already watching the video. You can already see how long it is. It's probably 8 hours long because I rant about something stupid. But hopefully not. Hopefully I am not ranting in this episode because we've had enough of Doctor Who rants for a while. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into the prequel. Here we go.
My mum says I shouldn't talk to strange men.
Ah, your mum's right.
Are you strange?
I bet that's Clara.
When I lose something, I go to a quiet place and I close my eyes and then I can remember where I put it. I lost my best pencil, my school bag, my gran and my mojo.
Your mojo?
I got it back though.
Hey, that's good.
Can we take her as a companion?
What did you lose?
Who was that?
I was talking to a sad man.
Clara Oswald, what have I told you?
I knew it!
Talking to strange men.
That is Clara. Young Clara. Moron doesn't even know. Alright. Oh, I liked it. I liked it. Okay. I'm just gonna jot down a note. Alright, I don't know how much of that I have included in the reaction here. But that was enjoyable. I did enjoy that. Yeah, that was really good. Having a young Clara. And I immediately kind of figured it out that was a young Clara, and so that was interesting. It's also interesting, I like him. He's back in his normal jacket too, because last episode he was in a completely different jacket. So, but yeah, that was a good little prequel. I like that. That was a bit more than even the last prequel I watched before Let's Kill Hitler, So, yeah, that was good. Let's go ahead and get right into the reaction to the episode proper. Here we go.
Danger.
You know what I'm thinking?
This is a warning. A
This
warning to the whole world.
I don't know why, but this reminds me of Torchwood. Wait, a warning about Wi-Fi? I mean...
Sometimes you see something. If they can see you, they might choose you.
Okay.
And if they do, you die.
Oh, okay.
24 hours, you're dead. I know where I am. This is real and I know that.
How do you know?
Because I don't know where I am. Please,
Oh. He's one of them.
if you can hear me,
Oh, no.
I know where I am.
Oh, no.
Where I am.
Oh my gosh. Alright, I'm hooked. This is a... I don't know, I don't want to say a new kind of story, but you know what, I'm I'm interested. This feels a little different from what we would normally have. And honestly, that intro completely felt like Torchwood, so I don't know why.
The bells of St. John are ringing.
They paint a picture of Clara.
If he truly is mad, then this is his madness.
Angie, is the internet
That's interesting. Took her advice.
working for me?
Yes. Angie's probably fine on her own. We'll probably have
Oh.
to off.
I'm okay. I'll be
Babysitter.
upstairs trying to figure out.
The TARDIS. The bells of St. John. The phone is ringing on the TARDIS. Oh, that's brilliant.
supposed to happen.
Yeah, that is rare.
So why isn't there internet? Shouldn't it just sort of be there?
Look, listen, I'm not actually. This isn't.
You gotta find the Wi-Fi network.
You have clicked on the Wi-Fi button, haven't you?
Hang on.
He's actually gonna do it. No, not that one. No. Oh, God. God damn it, Clara.
Yeah.
Is it him?
Hello.
Yeah, that's him.
I was upstairs.
Okay. Anything else?
You don't I?
You know me, don't you?
Oh. Wait. By Amelia Williams. I didn't even notice that. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. You know what? This is a good time to leave. It's gonna go for her.
Don't be a mug.
Oh, shit. Fuck the old jacket, apparently. You gonna... Okay, good. I was gonna say. Needs that tie.
Clara!
I look a lot fancier now.
See, look, it's me!
Ah, okay, don't get all of her.
I've got a problem.
Alright, try to get her back.
PlayStation.
Yeah, he's not taking that. Ooh. It's the hack shit.
It's like someone's trying to reverse an
One fucking hand, too. Alright. Yeah, he is going to save her. That's a good idea. Alright, give her back.
The one you told me about, he's here. The doctor is here.
Who's the client? I must know. Is it the master? That'd be fucked up. No. They wouldn't do that in the middle of the season. Easy, man. Just here's a shit ton of cookies in the plant. 101 places you will see. Aww. She's 24. That's a good age. That sounded weird, but whatever. Is their family not home yet, by the way? Oh, he's just chilling outside?
Angie called. She's going to stay over at Nina's. Apparently that's all completely fine and you shouldn't worry like you always do.
He
For
picked
God's
up the
sake,
job.
Get off her back. Also, your dad phoned, mainly about the government. He seems very cross with them. I've got several pages on that. I'll look into it. Human souls trapped like flies in the World Wide Web. Stuck forever. Crying out for help.
Isn't that basically Twitter?
Yeah.
Maybe that could hack people. Edit them. Rewrite them.
Why would you say that?
Because a few hours ago you knew nothing about the internet. And you just made a joke about Twitter.
Good point.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, she knows stuff now.
I know all about computers now in my head.
You'll understand what's written there.
I bet I will.
Tuh.
What is that box anyway? Why have you got a box?
Clara.
Is it like a snogging booth?
For what?
Is that what you do? You bring a booth. There's such a thing as too keen.
Brings a booth.
Yes, it's bigger on the inside. No, I don't have time to talk about it.
Yeah, unfortunately. And this is the best part. Oh, we're in the plane.
The ship!
Oh, I like that. That was like all one shot, too.
The Doctor, I'm in aliens and outer space. I'm 1,000 years old. I've got 2 hearts and I can't fly a plane. Can you? No. Oh, fine. Well, let's do it together.
Oh, God. It's the one thing he can't do. Oh! Okay, good.
It's a time machine. You never have to wait for breakfast.
Yeah, it's the next morning.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, magic blue box. All donations gratefully accepted. Roll up.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh,
They all
pennies,
saw it.
pounds, anything.
Tomorrow then. Tomorrow's come early.
No, it came as
Whoa.
usual
Oh,
time. We just took a short
yeah, he
cut.
did go to the
Thank you.
garage.
Thank you.
The
Tomorrow,
garage, if you want to
come
call
on.
it. This is different. Why not just take the TARDIS to wherever you need to go?
You've got a flying time machine. Why are we on a motorbike?
I don't take the TARDIS into battle
Because it's made of wood.
because it's the most powerful ship in the universe and I don't want it falling into the wrong hands. Ah, okay.
That's true. Even still, he never takes a motorcycle. This is different. I love it.
I'll have their physical location in under 5 minutes. Pop off and get us a coffee.
If I can't find them, you definitely can't.
They uploaded me, remember? I've got computing stuff in my head.
So do I.
I have insane.
Yeah.
I'm from space and the future with 2 hearts and 27 brains.
And I can find them in under
It
5
does
minutes.
not.
Photographs 27.
Okay.
It's never about the security. It's about the people.
Alright. I'm glad we've just put a skill into her head immediately. Something useful.
You're young. Shouldn't you be doing, with the young things, with young people?
What, you mean like you, for instance? Down, boy.
No.
Yeah,
I
he's...
didn't- oh, shut up.
Yeah. He's not young. He ain't no spring chicken. He wasn't a spring chicken when we started the show. What the hell? Does this company play Jenga? Yeah, that's not him.
We've got her.
And they got her this time.
We've got her.
He's coming for you. Oh, God. God, I love that his coat flaps in the wind. He's the terror that flaps in the night.
I'm afraid you're not coming in.
Did you even hear the word anti-grav?
Yeah. That guy is good at imitating her, I have to say.
He can do that. He can really actually do that.
He's going up the wall.
Dear Lord.
Ah! Holy crap! Doctor Who has really made a change.
I hack technology. Here's your motivation.
It's him. Yeah, it's the other him. We're taking you, bitch. Oh, I love it. Ooh, spiking obedience. So now he'll do it. Brilliant. A little... it's kind of fast, but you know what? That works. Just the Doctor completely took down these arrogant bastards. Oh, Clara, you beautiful girl, wake up.
Unita here. Friends of the Doctor, I presume.
Oh, old friends. Very old friends.
Then
the
I
hell?
appear to have failed you, great intelligence.
Oh,
Feasted on many minds, I have grown.
Where are my mum and daddy?
she was a child.
They said they wouldn't be long.
Oh, man.
They're coming back.
Fuck the great intelligence. Fuck it. God, that sucks. I feel bad now.
Does this work?
Hey?
Is this actually what you do? Do you just crook your finger and people just jump in your snog box and fly away?
It is not a snog box.
To judge of that.
Snug
Starting
box.
with.
It works on a lot of people.
Sometime after 7, okay for you?
It's a time machine.
Yeah.
Any time's okay. Clara? Right then, Clara Oswald. Time to find out who you are.
Alright, tomorrow. Can we pick her up right now? We're not gonna... Nope. Okay, we're gonna... Guess we'll pick her up next time. Oh. Yay. Fucking great intelligence, man. What the hell? What's happening? Is the great intelligence gonna become a recurring villain now? That'd be really interesting. Yeah. Fuck it, though. I hate it. It sucks. Alright. Alrighty. Okay. Welcome back. Oh, welcome back. I want to look at the cast list really quickly. Ba, 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 ba. Huh. Okay. Wait a minute. Wait a fuck. Alright, I'm looking at Miss Kislet. Looking at her credits. Because it's apparently shit I do now. I never used to do this, and now suddenly, like, every episode I'm doing this. Hold on, I'm trying to look. Yeah. Come on. Where the fuck? God damn it. I can barely read this. Alright, it says she was in Nanny McPhee. God, that takes me back. That's almost 15 years old. Holy shit. That takes me... I used to watch that as a kid. 2005, I was 8 in 2005. So... okay. Is there anyone else? Not really. I like this dude. Man, credited as Man with Chips. Oh, that's funny. Richard E. Grant as the Great Intelligence. It's the same guy. He played Simeon last time. I guess they couldn't get Ian McKellen back. Holy shit, though, if Ian McKellen stayed on, that'd be fucking awesome. Okay. Okay, that's all I need to know. Okay. That was a fun episode. I liked it. Okay. Let's just kind of get this out of the way. Well, no. No. We'll go in order. I was going to say something about the climax, but screw it. Oh, by the way, as you can probably tell, it is nighttime. I don't normally do Doctor Who at night, but December is a crazy month, and I keep making it crazier of my own accord. So Doctor Who had to go to nighttime for the moment. Probably won't stay that way for very long, if at all. I have no idea. But yeah, it's nighttime. It's like 6:30. If you watch my Merlin videos or my My Hero Academia videos, you know I'm always tired during these nighttime reactions. But I give you the best I can, man. I give you the best I can, even if I'm really tired. But I am tired, so let's pop through this discussion. So the first thing I wrote down was from the prequel. I wrote down young Clara. And I don't know. Can I just say really quick? I am 100% positive that I'm going to be calling her Clara throughout this whole time with her. I don't know how long she lasts. But yeah, much like Amy and Rory, I don't know how long the companions last, so whatever. But yeah, I'm most likely going to be calling her Clara because I'm an American. I know that obviously, you know, the British people on this show say Clara. I'm going to say Clara because it's just how I say it. I'm sorry, but I have no idea how many of you guys are going to be annoyed by that. I am recording this before the Snowman goes up on YouTube. So no one like on Early Access Patreon has said anything about it, but I am curious if any of you guys are gonna kind of make a fuss about me calling her Clara instead of Clara, but that's just, I'm American. Some American schmuck. I say Clara. Sorry. But anyway, so I just kind of wanted to get that out of the way real quick. I'll be curious to see the comments tomorrow because I'm recording this the day before that goes up to YouTube. So yeah. I wrote down young Clara. Pretty much, I guess, the last time we see the Doctor's original jacket, which that's an interesting thing we can kind of talk about. Is the fact that he did change jackets. He did change jackets, and is now wearing the darker jacket from the Snowmen. I'm alright with that, actually. I like the change in his wardrobe. It kind of highlights that, time has passed. He's not the same Doctor he was when he regenerated, So I do kind of like that. Although he just kind of went down into he just had a hatch that had jackets and shit in it, and it's okay, don't you have a wardrobe room, or did you just compress it all into one cabinet or something? I don't know. So that was interesting. But yeah, he did change. He is changing his jacket, but I'm okay with that. It does show the passage of time, because honestly, now when I think back to, Series 5 took place, it was filmed in 2010, and this, I believe, we're into 2013 now. So you can definitely see, when I think back to Series 5, Matt Smith does look younger, He has definitely noticeably aged in the time he has been the Doctor, which is interesting because we didn't really have that for Tennant. Tennant looked exactly the same throughout the whole thing. So yeah, so I like that, to sort of highlight the passage of time. He is wearing a different jacket. I like that, and honestly, because it's not even the same jacket he wore towards the end of Series 6. Because he was wearing a different jacket, actually, for a little bit. During closing time, he wasn't wearing his normal, I don't know how to describe it, I guess beige jacket that he normally wears. So yeah, that was just an interesting thing. And then the whole thing with young Clara, I did like that. I did like, he's looking for Clara, and then he does, he ends up, he's just talking to this little girl in a park, which, can I just say, Doctor Who, you're a hopeful show, because if there was just a grown man sitting on the swings and he started talking to some little girl, that mother would beeline it over there and get her daughter the hell out of there, seriously. And honestly, I think they kind of did that on Torchwood, I think. During Children of Earth, when, Yanto was going up and, what happened? What did you see? And stuff. And the mother was just you pervert and stuff. So that's the one thing I was just kind of all right, Doctor Who, that mother would not approve of some strange grown-ass man talking to her daughter. I probably wouldn't either if I was a parent. If I was a parent and I looked over and, my daughter is talking to some grown-ass man on the swings, I would at least go over there and be like, hey, what's going on over here? I would just impose how large I am, in more ways than one. Mostly I'm tall. But, I'm a burly man, as we've seen. That looked like that looked like it didn't show anything, but it probably does. It's because my camera has a small screen. On Merlin, I did make a joke about chest hair, which I think is that became the thumbnail of a Merlin episode. Go watch Merlin if you want to see my chest hair. That's a glowing fucking endorsement. Yeah. Whole scene with young Clara in the prequel. That was nice. I like that. It was a bit more than the prequel to Let's Kill Hitler, which I'm from what I understand, a lot of episodes actually do have prequels, but you guys know, I have a schedule maker who, details how we do Doctor Who. He's been picking all the episodes and stuff we do for classic Doctor Who, so that's how I know about like any of these minisodes. Otherwise, I'd just be going through Amazon Prime basically. So I'm very happy that I get to experience Doctor Who this way, in pretty much the correct way. So, but most of the prequels we leave off because I guess they're just not vital. But the one in Let's Kill Hitler was vital. But this one was like a proper minisode, so I did like that. But onto the episode proper. Okay, the whole concept of this episode, something to do with Wi-Fi. I actually really did like that. And that opening scene, I did say this in the reaction, but that opening scene definitely felt like Torchwood for a bit. Like, I don't know why that in particular felt like Torchwood. Maybe it's just because, I don't know, there was something like, maybe because Doctor Who, this is going to sound weird, but Doctor Who is kind of, like more fantasy, I guess. It's a bit more fantasy or science fantasy, and it doesn't really do like a whole lot of, I guess it doesn't really have a whole lot of like real world stuff other than like, they'll show the news on every once in a while, and they'll do the fucking zoom in on the news anchor's mouth, which always is horrible because of the fucking CRT pixels they always film, and I hate when they do that, but whatever. And I think like they what was it? It was in The Power of Three. They made an offhand joke about like Twitter or something, or like they referenced like, everyone's posting videos and pictures of these cubes on like, YouTube and Twitter and stuff, and the Doctor was like, ugh, Twitter. Which is accurate. That is pretty accurate to Twitter, honestly. And I like Twitter. I do like Twitter. I'm mainly on Twitter in terms of social media. Hey, if you want to follow me, if you want to have, what the hell do I do on Twitter? I just post random shit on Twitter. If you want to hear me post random shit on Twitter, you can follow me. Link is in the description. I always plug that at the end of, during the end screen. I was like, and the link, you can follow me on social media. Links below in the description. That's what I say. You can. It's down there. Don't think it's not down there. I don't think I just say that. Just go. It's down there. You don't have to though. But yeah. But like I post every video, and sometimes I just post stupid stuff. But not the point. The point is, so this whole intro, I don't know why. I guess just because it felt more like the real world, that it kind of felt like Torchwood. Just because, like, I guess Doctor Who, like, I don't know, it like doesn't deal with the real world that often. So it's like, so it was kind of weird. It was like, here's all this stuff about Wi-Fi and everyone clicking on Wi-Fi on their tablets and stuff like that. I don't know why. I thought of Torchwood. So, but the whole concept is interesting, and uploading the consciousness. I don't understand to what end exactly, and even with the tie-in to the Great Intelligence, I'm not sure like what was the goal of uploading everyone. I'm not sure. Unless he just wants to add their intelligence to his. Oh god. Yeah, it's still fucking late. It's almost 7 o'clock. It's almost 7 o'clock. I should be getting ready to watch part 3 of Crisis on Infinite Earths, but I'm here for you guys because I have to film. I have to film, I have to film, but I also want to film, Otherwise, I would have done this tomorrow, and it would have been late on Patreon. So, what was I saying? Upload it. Why? Yeah, I'm not quite sure what was the motivation to upload people. Like, was it in a? They said something about like it farms their knowledge or something. I don't know. I don't know. You guys can help clear that up for me in the comments. I'm not exactly sure what was the purpose of uploading everyone's consciousness. You guys are gonna have to let me know about that. I like the monastery. The doctor went to the monastery in order to think, basically, to try to find Clara. That was good. I like that, and I like too that you can just watch that and be like, oh, okay, that's a funny thing he did. He went to a monastery and stuff, but it's like I also like that does tie into the prequel that young Clara is like, well, when I'm trying to find something I lost, I go into a quiet room, I close my eyes, and I think about it, and then I find it. So I like that he took that advice like way too far, basically. Like, he took that advice so far that he went to a monastery in 1207 in order to get some peace and quiet. So that was funny. And then we get the bells of St. John, the titular bells of St. John. Yeah, because I was kind of wondering, like, with this premise, I was like, why is this called the bells of St. John? And then, they say, it's like, oh, the bells of St. John are ringing. And it's like, oh, it's just the phone. The phone on his TARDIS. And then, because that's the thing, is when they started to go to the cave and you can hear the phone ringing, I immediately caught, oh, the bells of St. John is the phone ringing in the TARDIS. Because, that's not supposed to happen. And it's like, oh, because there's a badge, the St. John ambulance. That badge is on this particular TARDIS, which I know they brought that back on this version of the TARDIS. It wasn't there before Series 5. I don't know how often it was there in Classic Who, but I know it was that badge, that St. John badge, was not there before Matt Smith's era. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, just immediately when you start to hear that phone, I was like, oh, that's the bells of St. John. It's the phone on the fucking TARDIS, which doesn't ring often. When was the last time that actually did ring? Like, The Empty Child, I think. That was like the last time that happened. Let's see. The next thing I wrote down, it kind of skips ahead a little bit. But the next thing I wrote down was techie because of basically this upgrade that Clara got. I like the reintroduction of Clara in this, which from what it sounds like, next episode, because finally the first episode this girl's been in where she doesn't die, so that's good. And so, God, Tarby's barking outside, and it's throwing my mind out of whack. Just because I'm kind of listening to it, and I'm like, no train of thought is leaving. Okay, so we were reintroduced to Clara in this episode. Seems like we are going to keep her, kind of. We have to go get her tomorrow, I guess, but whatever. Reintroduced as a nanny. I do kind of like that. Even though, like, okay, that carries over from Clara in the Victorian age, from, I guess, just Victorian Clara, you could call her that. But that has nothing to do with Oswin from Asylum. Like, that's the interesting thing. It has nothing to do with, like, she was like a journalist or something. So, yeah, it's interesting, I guess. But I guess the travel does... Clara wanting to travel does kind of tie into Oswin, I guess, being on the Starship Alaska. Something like that. All right. So I like that. I did... Oh, God. I'm sure you guys have written 20 comments about, the book, it says Amelia Williams. I don't know why you guys type so lazily like this. No one types like that. What the hell am I doing? But... I did catch that the second time when she thought back to the book. So yeah. So that was kind of funny. Now, actually, something I thought about. This family, the mother that died, was she at the end of the last episode? was she at the end of the last episode? Because there was a larger, an older. I don't know why I said larger. I guess she's larger than her children because she's older. She's taller. But there was, this older black woman there, and now we come here and she's being a nanny for this for this family, and it's like, wait a minute, so. Did they go to a graveyard? Her friend died, and now she works there. Is that it? Is that actually it? Yeah, that is odd. Oh, excuse me. The French. Fucking tired. I'm losing energy every time I take a pause in these nighttime discussions. Like, there's always like a 50% chance that I'm just gonna lose whatever energy I'm writing through this discussion. But yeah, so the things that they sent out to download Clara was interesting. And yes, so on the second time when she remembered the book, the kid on the book, there is when I noticed the byline for Amelia Williams. So, because I think I saw it actually, like I saw it and I think I read Amelia Williams, but it just did not click in my head because I'm just so used to Amy Pond or Amelia Pond, I'm just not used to Amelia Williams, so it like didn't register in my brain for a sec. So, sorry. So yeah. So then we got, well, apparently I wrote my notes out of order. I don't know how the hell this happened, but whatever. So we had the activation across London, which was crazy. And, them being like, oh, well, we can't just chalk it up to a riot again. It's like, apparently this is just shit they've done. And so that was interesting, and then going into the TARDIS, and then pretty much what felt like in one shot. I'm pretty sure it was just one shot. When they go into the TARDIS, they're going around and going around in the TARDIS. He's flipping switches. She's looking around because it's her first time in the TARDIS, and then they go over and then they walk out and they're just in the plane now. That I think that was all one shot, and I really did like that. Doctor Who doesn't normally do one shots, I don't think. At least none that are memorable, but that one was definitely interesting. I like that one. So yeah, and then them saving the plane. I like, the Doctor, because normally he doesn't do these in such strenuous situations, He lets the companions, walk in, look around, and then they have to go outside and look at it in the outside, and then they say, it's bigger on the inside, or there's an M&M that just went under my door. I don't know where that came from, but it's there, and I see it, and I don't know why. Back to the point. So, they do all that, and then, they say, like, oh, it's bigger on the inside, or Clara last time, oh, it's smaller on the outside. So that was interesting. And yeah, so yeah, he's doing all this. He's trying to say all this stuff, in the middle of trying to save this plane. I really did like that, and all this too. Like, he's going over like, I'm an alien. I have two hearts. All this stuff. It's like the box is bigger on the inside, and I don't know how to fly a plane. It's like, that was funny too, and I like the idea that he's just kind of going along. He's pulling both of the handles back so that he can try to fly it. I did like that, and he deactivated the Wi-Fi. That was fun. We had Clara as a techie, basically. That's kind of what I wrote it down as. She's a tech nerd, basically, now. So she actually came back with a lot of tech knowledge. More, well, okay, I won't say more than what the Doctor has, obviously, but in different ways from the Doctor, which was interesting. So, yeah, I do like that she was able to, do this sort of stuff. She was able to find all the people and stuff like that in ways that he actually couldn't. I think that is actually kind of interesting. even if it is kind of weird, it's like, okay, well, why can't he do it? He's smart, but it's, we're not great at everything, Even the doctor, I don't know. Again, I don't know why you would think, even he was like, no, you can't be better than I am, but she's got that great intelligence now. I like when they brought the TARDIS to London. He just, he didn't do anything stealthy. He just dropped it, walked out, and there was just a whole group of people that just saw the TARDIS materialize, and just immediately was like, yes, that is our performance, ladies and gentlemen. Money, change, whatever you got. Thank you for witnessing our magic act. All right, and go. So that was funny. The motorbike, I like that. First off, he went to the garage. He actually went to the TARDIS garage. God knows how many vehicles are stored in that TARDIS garage. I don't know. He definitely would. At the very least, all we know is he has the motorcycle that he apparently just keeps now, and he does also have was it the Vespa? The Vespa in there. Is that's what they're called? Yeah, I think a Vespa. Whatever he was, riding around in the Idiot's Lantern. Yeah, that was it. That was back in series 2. I couldn't remember the name for a second. I was about to say Fear Her, but that wasn't it. So yeah. So that I like that continuity. I almost now I kind of want it to be like a rite of passage, like every Doctor has to drive some shit out of the TARDIS, 8 almost did that. The 8th Doctor almost did that. Technically, a police officer drove into the TARDIS and then drove back out of the TARDIS. Yeah, the 8th Doctor... So, that kind of counts. The 8th Doctor didn't do it, but kind of counts. So, what else do we got? Oh, and I love... it's an anti-gravity... it's an anti-gravity... motorcycle. And so he uses that to drive up the side of the building, which, I wouldn't put it past Doctor Who to do that, but this was like a distinctly more action-packed episode than normal. So I like that. I that was fun. And at first when it's like, he's still back at the coffee shop, I was like, oh God, was that a hologram? You didn't actually do that, but I do like that, he took the helmet off and stuff, and then he's like, oh, wait, that's the Wi-Fi robot thing. He sent that thing up there. That was clever. I did like that. I wrote down download. So, yeah. Okay, let's kind of talk about this. Because this whole time, we've been sort of fighting against... Oh, fuck, what was her name? Oh, God. I accidentally hit unpause instead of the cast. Luckily, the castless pauses. That was close. Miss Kislet. Yeah. Nope. Oh, it played again. Oh, we were so close. We were so close to losing that. Okay, so Miss Kislet, we've been constantly fighting against her. And then suddenly, he just makes his way in there and is like, download them all. Put them all back in their bodies. And she's like, no. And he's just like, okay. Then he just downloads her without pretty much any resistance. Without any resistance, just downloads her and then, raises the obedience on the one guy. And then she's like, well, I can't be in here. No, download. And then they all download, and that's it. The day is saved. And I was like, it was interesting because it's like, okay, that was fast. I understand it. I actually don't mind it too much, but I will say, a little fast. Resolution was a little fast on that, but I can understand it. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know what else they could have done. To kind of make that last a bit longer. But yeah, it was a little fast. It was definitely a little fast for a sort of climax. But it does work. It's not bad or anything. It's just a little fast-paced. So everyone is saved. And Mrs. Kislet informs the Great Intelligence, because the Great Intelligence is apparently our main bad guy right now. I guess he's gonna stick around as a bad guy. I'm alright with that. It makes me so happy I watched The Web of Fear, so that's good. But yeah, so we're gonna stick around. The Great Intelligence is gonna stick around. He's gonna go do stuff, and he has reset everyone that worked there. So, the plumber guy was like, oh, wait, I was here to do the pipes and stuff like that. And, oh my god, when they went to Mrs. Kislet and she was talking about her mommy and daddy and stuff like that, it's like, the Great Intelligence took her as a child, Which, I mean, he kind of did with Simeon, too, but Simeon died, I guess. That's the other thing. Simeon just died, so yeah. So that was interesting, and the Great Intelligence will be back. I don't know when, but he'll be back. Apparently, the Great Intelligence is going to be a reoccurring villain, but I'm alright with that. And then at the end, we got tomorrow. The Doctor will ask Clara again tomorrow to see if she will say yes to his offer. Interesting. So I can only assume next episode we're just going to pick right up after that. But yeah, that is pretty much it. Good episode. Really solid. I did like it. Again, climax was a little fast for my liking, but I understand it, and honestly, the best parts are the interactions between the Doctor and Clara. Their chemistry is phenomenal. So, yeah, it's good. I like that we're sort of setting up the Great Intelligence as the reoccurring villain too. So, which also, explains why sort of this was rushed. Is like, well, he's just been fighting a human, really. Like, it wasn't our great villain, even though they did show the Great Intelligence at the end. The Great Intelligence wasn't really a part of this episode, to be honest. So, I did like it. Again, interactions between the Doctor and Clara are the highlight. And, yeah, I'm excited to see where we're going next episode. Tomorrow at 7 a.m. when he goes and asks her again. Or was it 7 p.m.? I don't remember. Oh well. But yeah, with all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. If you want to watch more of my Doctor Who reactions, you can click on the playlist, you can subscribe if you haven't done that already, and be sure you hit that notification bell. You can support me on Patreon, and follow me on social media, links below in the description like I said. See you guys later.